Hey kids, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today we are going to take a look at the Super 64. Now, what is the Super 64? I'm sure if you have been on YouTube the last couple of days, you've seen tons of people from Metal Jesus to Jordan Fringe making videos about this. This is an HDMI device that is plug and play for your Nintendo 64 that allows you to play any N64 game in full-blown HD without any additional mods. If you're not a tech whiz, if you're not a tech guy, you do not have to open up your N64 and solder or install anything. You just plug this bad boy in to the back of your Nintendo 64 with an HDMI device and you're set to go. Now, it also features a couple other things. In addition to setup being completely easy, it has different modes of HD. There's one called the Slick mode, and I'm not talking Reverend Slick from WWF. I'm saying that it is a thing that helps smooth out the pixelated edges. So I'm excited. It's been quite a while since I've plugged in my Nintendo 64, but now that it's eased up because of it being in HD, I can't wait to check it out. Now, full disclosure, before we begin the rest of this video, I was sent this product for free to share with you guys and show on the channel. My opinion is going to be based solely on my own. I have not been paid to cover this. This ain't a brand deal or anything like this, but I did get the product completely free. I'm going to put a link in the description should you decide to grab one for yourself, guys. So let's go ahead, begin the video. This is the famous Nintendo 64, of course. Little dusty, but hey, it's seen its fair share of gameplay throughout the years. I'm going to show you where exactly we plug this bad boy in. So when I saw that this was coming out and I had an opportunity to check it out, I was like, sign me up. HDMI, anything, makes it so much better to play a game. And it says that there's no input lag, like virtually no lag. So I'm very interested to see how this goes. And I've seen people have various different HDMI devices and stuff in the past. Some have had issues and things like that, but I'm completely oblivious to what this game device is like. And goodness gracious, did they use amazing stickers for this thing. Let's open it up. The box is kind of cute too. It looks like an N64 if you haven't seen it. Look at that. So here we go. I know a lot of people love the Nintendo 64. Me personally, I'm not an N64 guy, even though I did have it growing up. And this is the actual device itself. Look at that. So it plugs in to where the AV cable is for the N64, and then it's just used like that. So yeah, here we go. It's as easy as putting it in right there into the back. And I believe if you want to change your modes and stuff, there's a button right here on the side. So you can put it in slick mode, or you can put it like in regular HD mode and stuff. So we're going to plug this sucker in. We're going to play or check out a couple of games. Not a full-blown review, but we're going to check out some of my favorite N64 games. And then we're going to give my final thoughts on it. So yeah, let's go ahead and begin, guys, right now. Ooh, good timing. Alright, so I have this sucker running. And to me, that doesn't really look like HD. I think that might be with it off. But let's check and see what changes. So that's smooth right there. I mean, yeah, you know, that's without the smooth, so you can see the edges are a little rough. But then if you go here, you can see it. You know, I took them off. So this is Waverace, of course, classic game on the N64. Let's play a little bit of this. Honestly, I'm not too great when it comes to identifying whether something is HD looking or not, but as far as I can tell, it's working on the HD TV. You're not going to expect super like HD remastered graphics, but it is good that it's working on the actual console itself. And this is such a classic game. I remember I used to rent the hell out of this one back in the day. And man, this is bringing me back on some memories. I'm not a big Nintendo 64 guy, but this was one that I definitely used to play a lot of because it was one of the early games. Oh, damn. I missed out on that. Oh my gosh. My Atlanta. So, I don't know if a racing game is the best to be able to tell whether it looks good or not, but just look at the edges of the polygons and stuff. And then Right there, you can tell I turned it off. And then right there, it smooths it out. But this might not be the best one to check out. So let's check out a different game, shall we? So let's pick out a different one. What are we going to pick out next? Okay, guys, so now we are going to check out BanjoKazooie. I know this is a favorite of a lot of you guys. Me, personally, I didn't play much of it growing up. I started to kind of grow out of the N64 when Banjo came out. I didn't own it. But you know, it's a classic. Let's see what smooth. That is smooth, slick mode. Can't really tell the difference with the polygon. I mean, you can tell the edges. Look, that's off right there. And I'll do a comparison. When smooth, slick mode comes on, you can see it does polish it up the edges just a teeny bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and begin the game, shall we? Classic game, I guess. You know, it's touted by a lot of the other people on the internet. It's one of the greatest games of all time. Again, I hadn't played much of this. It was weird when this came out. I was kind of like more focused on fighting games and different other ones. I didn't really play BanjoKazooie too much. I'm trying to see if I could tell a difference in the way that it looks. I mean, it is going through the HD TV and it looks nice. It's neat to be able to play, you know, games on your HD TV, but I'm not a tech guy. As I said before in the past, there's a lot of things that I don't know about how technical aspects and stuff run like that, but I do know that so far so good. The thing does work. The game is working, the console is working, and it's playing on my N64. So what more could you want, right? Now to touch base on this thing is $150. I know that's on the higher end of something that you would want to spend in order to play N64 games on your HD TV. I know I've had some friends say, what's the point of that? Just grab a CRT TV and actually just play the original, plug it in. I know my friend Wood from Beat 'em Ups said that, but I know other people have said, hey, you know, there's something about having the actual console playing these games HD today, like on a modern console. And I'm on the middle of this. Again, I'm not an N64 guy, but I can appreciate how the convenience of this actual adapter works. I mean, it's doing its job. It was easy. I literally just plugged the sucker in, turned the N64 on, and it worked like nothing. I didn't have to mod anything, and it was simple. Now, I know some people might prefer to play on the original, you know, CRT TVs and stuff. That's fine. To me, 150 is not that much. I don't want to say I'm a Richie Rich or whatever, but I think it's worth it for the convenience of the idea of being able to play it on a modern TV and not having to worry about having, you know, an old TV. But let's check out another game or two. Now, one quick thing that I will say about this console is if your games are not clean, you will see this screen a lot. So do not think that this is the actual device messing up. This is because you need to clean your stinking N64 games. So clean them up! Alright, now last but not least, we're going to play a favorite of mine that actually was just put back on the Nintendo Switch a couple months ago. This is Tarak the Dinosaur Hunter, and we're going to turn on that pixel slick mode, and we'll see if it makes any difference. Let's turn that sucker on, and let's play some Tarak the Dinosaur Hunter. Oh my goodness, takes some getting used to. I want to move the analog stick to move, but I forgot that's what you do to look. Alright, so there still is a fair amount of fog in the game, so it's not going to clean up the graphics beyond just kind of making the polygons smoother. So you can see polygons do look much smoother, but it is still muddy as far as the actual game itself goes. The fog is like, holy crap, look at that. So you still have the issues of like fog and certain limitations of the console itself. You got to remember, this is not something that's going to make the games run better. It's going to make the games for the most part, a little bit smoother. And the main idea is that the games are going to be connected to your HD TV instead. So first thing to remember with this actual device is that it makes it easier to connect your device to your HD TV. And then the second thing is it has a slick mode that makes the edges of certain polygons look a lot better. So it's definitely a convenience as far as being able to access your N64 games easier, but you got to remember it's not going to totally make everything look super remastered, but that's fine. There is a little bit of a noticeable difference. I wouldn't say it's a gajillion light years better than what you would originally get plugging it into a CRT TV, but the convenience is definitely there, which is for the price point. Again, I think it just really depends on how much you love the N64. There is no other like alternative way to really play the actual software on an HD TV or a monitor without emulation, and even then emulation is still kind of wonky depending on what emulator and stuff you're using. So I mean, it does its job. It definitely does its job. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to play too long of this game. I'm getting motion sick just playing it. Alright guys, so my thoughts of this device. It clearly works. It works amazingly. No major issues. Plug it right into the back of your N64 and there you go. It works immediately. So it does its job. At its bare bones minimum, it does its job. Now there is that mode again where it's like HD and then there's a slick mode. I didn't see too much of a difference on slick mode. Maybe it was just the games that I was playing. I know some of my other friends like RGT85 played Mario 64, and there was just, it's mostly just around the edges of certain polygons and stuff that kind of cleans it up just a tad. But I don't think there was that much difference in it. But the convenience of being able to play it onto your HD TV, definitely just being plug and played, is neat. Now for $150, I personally don't enjoy the N64 that much to where I would get one out of my way, but if I was a huge N64 guy and I really wanted to play some Nintendo 64 and didn't have a CRT TV, I think the price is okay for convenience, I would say, because it's easy. There's no additional modifications that you need to do and stuff like that. So it definitely does work, and it doesn't harm the system like I've seen other HDMI devices do where people ruined GameCubes and stuff. So definitely worth looking into. Again, there is a link in the description. Special thanks to the guys at EON for sending me this. And guys, if you are brand new to the channel, feel free to throw a subscription, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Have a great day. Peace out. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. You want to become part of the hashtag 8BE Nation, guys? Well, be sure to pick up your official merch, now available online. Link is below in the description. We got classic t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, and even women's apparel. Don't forget, pick up your official merch now. And while you're at it, guys, feel free to watch the next video, or why don't you catch up on one that you might have previously missed. Thanks again, guys, for all the support. I couldn't do this without you. You guys are amazing, and don't forget to subscribe and click that like button if you are brand new. Thanks again, guys. Peace out.